Today, we're going to talk about something we all think we know inside and out, the human heart. But what if I told you the simple story you learned in biology class was just page 1 of a much, much bigger book? For as long as we can remember, right, the story's been simple. The heart is a pump, a tough, reliable biological machine just chugging along, pushing blood through our bodies. It's the engine, a masterpiece of plumbing, sure. And that view has gotten us pretty far in medicine, but it turns out it's not the whole story. Not by a long shot. Because what if the latest science is telling us something completely different? A story where the heart isn't just a simple pump taking orders from the brain. What if it's an active partner in a constant conversation, an organ that thinks and feels and actually helps shape our reality? Yeah, let's get into it. So, to really understand this new perspective, first we have to look at this incredible information superhighway that connects our heart and our brain. It's called the heart-brain axis, and the most important word on this slide is bidirectional. That's the game changer. This isn't just a one-way street with the brain yelling orders down to the heart. It is a constant, two-way dialogue happening all the time through this web of nerves, hormones, and even pressure waves. Now look, we've always known about the top-down signals, right? The brain telling the heart, hey, speed up, we're running, or okay, time to chill out. But what's blowing scientists' minds is the sheer volume of information flowing the other way. The heart is constantly sending a massive stream of intel back up to the brain. It's not just a foot soldier, it's a field agent reporting back to headquarters. And that intel, it's unbelievably important. The signals coming from your heart directly influence what's called interoception. That's your gut feeling, your sense of what's happening inside your own skin. This information shapes your emotions, how you feel, your ability to think clearly, and even the split-second decisions you make. Your heart is literally helping to create your reality, beat by beat. Okay, so if the heart is sending all this intelligent information upstairs, where is it all coming from? This is the part of the story that sounds like science fiction. It's the discovery of the heart's very own little brain. Yep, you heard that right. Meet the intrinsic cardiac nervous system, or ICNS. Scientists have literally nicknamed this the little brain. We're talking about a complex, sophisticated network of around 40,000 neurons located right there, inside the heart tissue itself. This isn't just some simple wiring, it's an actual processing center. And I'm not just hyping this up. Researchers are very clear. They call it a bona fide neural network. And they go out of their way to say it is not just a simple relay station that passes messages along. No, it's thinking, it's processing. Probably the best way to think about it is to imagine the ICNS as the heart's on-site manager. It's taking in all this sensory data from the heart and blood vessels. It's listening to the big picture signals coming down from the main brain, and it's using all that info to make its own smart adjustments, giving it incredibly precise beat-to-beat control. It has real autonomy. Okay, so once you accept that there's a little brain in the heart, the whole picture has to change. That old, simple idea of a central pump doing all the heavy lifting, it's obsolete. The reality is that the job of keeping you alive is a distributed, decentralized effort. It's a team project. And the heart is just one, a very important one for sure, but just one player in a highly intelligent, self-organizing system. So let's look at the key players on this team. You've got the heart's little brain, the ICNS, making those local, on-the-spot calls. That's all connected through the larger heart-brain axis, which is like the command and control for the whole system. But the intelligence goes even deeper, all the way down to our tiniest blood vessels, which act like their own local traffic cops. Seriously, think about this. Your tiniest blood vessels, the capillaries, aren't just passive pipes. They form an active, intelligent network. They can independently sense what the tissues around them need, more oxygen, fewer waste products, and adjust blood flow on the fly, without waiting for some command from central headquarters. It's just another amazing layer of intelligence built into the system. Okay, this is all fascinating science, right? But so what? What does it actually mean for us, for our health, for our lives? Well, it pretty much changes everything. This new perspective completely reframes what we call heart disease. So often, it might not be a simple case of the pump breaking down. Instead, it's a breakdown in communication. It's a sign that the different parts of this incredible, intelligent network just aren't talking to each other properly anymore. And here's the really cool part. We can actually measure the quality of this network communication. It's called heart rate variability, or HRV. Now, this isn't about how fast your heart beats, but about the tiny variations in time between each beat. That little flicker of variability is a direct window into the health, flexibility, and adaptability of your entire heart-brain network. And it's pretty simple to understand. A high HRV, lots of variability, means your network is healthy, it's flexible, it's resilient, it can handle stress. A low HRV, on the other hand, where the beat is more like a metronome, signals a rigid, stressed-out system that's way less adaptable. And that is now seen as a major red flag for all sorts of health problems. When this network communication starts to fail, when your HRV drops, we see links not just to the obvious stuff like heart disease, but to depression, to anxiety, to cognitive decline, and even to those stress-induced heart problems you hear about. It's powerful proof of just how deeply our minds and bodies are connected through this network.
All of this is pointing toward a brand new future for medicine. Instead of just focusing on the plumbing and the pump, new therapies are going to focus on restoring healthy, coherent communication across the entire system, basically getting the heart, the brain, and the blood vessels back on speaking terms.
And that brings us to this final, really beautiful way of looking at the heart. Its role isn't just about generating pressure to move blood around. It's providing a rhythmic pattern, a kind of scaffolding that allows the entire system, our body and our brain, to get in sync. It's not just the pump, it's the conductor of the orchestra.
Which leaves us with one final big question. For centuries, we've used the phrase follow your heart as a nice little metaphor. But now, with science showing us that the heart is an intelligent, feeling, communicating organ that literally helps shape how we perceive and think about the world, what could it truly mean to really, truly listen to it?